Um, hey guys. I've been working on this project for quite some time, and I believe now is the time to ask y'all for help. This video is a casting call for my My Little Pony X PJSK audio drama. If that sounds like a jumble of words to you, don't worry. I have multiple sections in this video where I will try to explain everything the best I can. You may not need some of them, but I still would recommend watching most of this video if you're interested in joining. If you're not, but still interested in seeing this project go on, then you may watch as well, and maybe subscribe if you're new to see the project go on. The project stuff will be uploaded to this channel. Either way, I hope you're interested at all, because I put way too much work into this so far, and I'm barely done with it. Now, onto the basics. So, what is My Little Pony? Most of you hopefully probably know this, because this is the hardest for me to explain, but just in case, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is an animated TV show created in 2010, primarily targeted to little girls. Of course, not just little girls enjoyed it if you know anything about the My Little Pony fandom, because there's a big audience of adults. It's definitely not as big anymore, but it's still there. I'm 17 for reference, so I grew up with the show. It follows Twilight Sparkle and her friends defeating villains and regular life problems with the power of friendship, and I really recommend it if you've never seen it before, and if you want to participate in this project, you'll probably have to know at least a little bit about it. This audio drama will mainly take place in the School of Friendship, which was introduced in Season 8, and it will also be set in the future that is shown in the finale of the series. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that the main 6, besides Twilight, will not be in this project. This project is mostly focused on side characters and OCs. Mainly focused on OCs, but, you know, whatever. That's a very quick explanation. I really recommend knowing, like, a thing or two about My Little Pony before you want to participate. Anyway. Project Sekai, on the other hand, is way harder to explain. Project Sekai, aka Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage, is a mobile rhythm game and gacha game that features Vocaloids like Hatsune Miku. Quick explanation of Vocaloids: they're basically vocal instruments that you can use to sing songs for you, like you can tune them and stuff, kind of like MIDI, I'd assume. I have never used the software, I don't have the software, but do not get it confused with AI. It's not AI, and AI is not allowed in this project. Anyway, the game has a story where the characters in the game form bands to play music together. With their shared feelings, they form a world called a sekai, where Hatsune Miku and other Vocaloids reside. The Vocaloids help guide them through their struggles, which can sometimes be very sad and serious. This audio drama probably won't be as serious as some of the problems they go into, but it ain't gonna be all happy all the time either. This My Little Pony stuff's gonna get dramatic, okay? Dramatic. They also play music together, which is used for the rhythm game music. A lot of it's covers of already existing Vocaloid songs, but some of them are commissioned songs that the game commissions for the characters. I hope that explains it well enough. If you're confused, I would personally look into it, because I probably sound crazy. I hope that explains it well enough. How I explain an audio drama will not be the same as like how Google explains an audio drama. I'm kind of using the My Little Pony fandom's definition of it. Usually an audio drama would be a story that's only heard through sound, and like watching a movie without visuals. Think of it kind of like an audio description of a movie where they're explaining everything that happens in the movie, but you don't need to see the screen to see it. That's usually probably how an audio drama is. But for like all the My Little Pony audio dramas I've seen, they always have art that is drawn for each scene while that goes on. And this will also be how this audio drama is done. I plan on having a little bit of movement to it if the artists allow me to play with that a little bit, and I'll explain that later. Honestly, it would probably be incorrect to call this an audio drama, but literally I see people use that term all the time for pony projects like this, so I will also be incorrect for the time being. Now, as I said, in the My Little Pony section, this drama takes place in the future version of Equestria we saw in the last episode of My Little Pony. It will mainly take place in the School of Friendship, as the main characters have just transferred here. They will discover a magical musical artifact that will take them to Sekai made by their feelings, just like in Park Sekai, and meet Miku. This is basically a Project Sekai story, but in the My Little Pony world and with some pre-established My Little Pony characters. That's as basic as I can get with it. Now, here are the main characters that you can be casted for unless I say otherwise. I will note for these main characters, I'm mainly looking for people that are teenagers, as I have claimed the voice of one of them already, and they may or may not get into relationships with each other. Hopefully I don't have to specify that the twins will not get in a relationship together. Hopefully I don't have to specify that, but this Project Sekai fandom, and even the My Little Pony fandom, we gotta know. Okay? While these are completely fictional characters, I still get uncomfortable about the idea of a character that's voiced by a teen getting into a relationship by a character that's voiced by an adult. I hope this is understandable. Now, let me describe the main characters that you will be able to voice act and sing for. These are the only characters that you will have to sing for. I may give guidance on the way like any of these characters sound, but if you have a different idea of how you think they sound by their description and their appearance, then you can go for it. Periwinkle Perry Petals is a T-male unicorn who absolutely loves music. Sadly, his cutie mark doesn't seem to correlate with it. Though it seems impossible, he hopes one day that he'll be able to be his true music-loving self without an incorrect cutie mark weighing him down. And maybe a blue-haired creature will help. He loves talking about his interests, again, but is also very anxious about the unknown. He usually likes his sister, but sometimes she can be a lot. Still, while quiet, he's usually kind to most creatures. In my mind, he has a slightly deep voice, but again, try what you can. Lilac, or Lily Petals, these nicknames will suck from now on because I wanted everyone's to end with a Y, so I apologize, is a female Pegasus who absolutely loves hairstyling. She's usually pretty kind, but she has trouble understanding creatures who aren't her, even her brother. She isn't too interested in music, but a blue-haired creature may have changed that. As nice as she can hold grudges for a long time, even with the most ridiculous things. Well, at least to other ponies and creatures. She usually likes her brother, but sometimes he can be a lot. Still, while she speaks her mind about things, she's usually kind to most creatures. If you felt like I was repeating myself, that's on purpose, because of course I'm making the twins have parallels. Give me a break. Let me do this. I do not have a clear idea of her voice currently. Feminine is all I got for you. So, Emerald Emmy the dragon, again with the nicknames, is a male, dragon who doesn't really have a set interest because he likes a lot of things. There's charcuterie boards, fancy outfits, pajamas, bunnies, and music. Music seems to be coming close to his favorite interest, and with the encounter with the blue creature with the amazing voice, he may advance his interest into a hobby. He is very kind to everyone, no matter what they have done, are doing, or will do. He is willing to give many chances. This may come at a cost to himself, though. His past is pretty unknown, and he may have gone into the school of friendship without his own parents even knowing. I imagine a bit of a gravelly but cute voice, but I literally don't know if that makes sense at all, so try your best. Golden Eyes Goldie the Griffin is a female griffin who seems to always be watching every creature around them. Also, saying this now, I've already claimed the voice of her. Please let me be one of the main characters in my own audio drama. Please. Thanks. Anyway, her interests seem to be completely unknown, but music must have some part in it. It seemed like an inkling of recognition that entered her mind when she saw the blue creature, and while it seems completely unlike her, she's willing to be a part of this group. They're not really rude to anyone, unless you count barely speaking to be rude. While she seems to get very physically defensive when confronted, she would probably never lay a claw on anyone, unless they were hurting some creature else. She also seems to have brought a journal with her, but she never seems to write in it. My current voice for her is a bit deep. Well, deep for me. But depending on who I pick for other main voice actors, that may impact how her voice sounds. Now, all the Vocaloids will appear in the sekai, but the first episode will only start with Hatsune Miku and Meiko, and more of them will appear later. I would really appreciate people that have the Vocaloid software to audition for these roles, as I have a separate form for that. If we don't get enough auditions by August 16th, then I will also have a separate place where people can use their voice to audition for Vocaloids. I would really like it to be actual Vocaloids, but I recognize that that's a lot of work to do for one silly project where no one's getting paid. So, I don't expect anyone to audition for it. But if you are, you will be expected to know how to use the software to make them talk and sing. You will not need to tune a new song cover for this, however, as you will just need to tune them talking, kind of like a Vocaloid. Your previously existing work of Vocaloid song covers should be sent in the form. I will only describe Miku and Meiko for now, but obviously more Vocaloids will appear later. Hatsune Miku in Equestria is used just as she is in our world, but she looks like an earth pony. However, in the Cozy Sekai, she appears to be a Kirin. This is because in different Sekais, Miku takes on different appearances in the game, so I made her a Kirin here. She loves to sing, dance, and dabbles in makeup. She hopes that she can encourage the creatures who made the Sekai to start making music, but it's not guaranteed that they'll keep coming back. Tune Miku how you see fit. Meiko in the Cozy Sekai is a reindeer. She loves to sing as well, but also finds happiness in art. She is a motherly figure to almost every creature in the Sekai. She hopes she can help any creature not to lose hope, no matter how they feel at the moment. Again, tune Meiko how you see fit. Again, Vocaloids like Luca, Rin, Len, as well as Kaito will also be present, but I would prefer getting Miku and Meiko sorted first. That's completely fine. Now, onto the other characters in way less detail. All of these characters I'm about to mention, besides one, are characters you can audition for, but they will not sing. You will just speak lines. Yeah! So, starting with family connected to the main four. Like that? Iris Xylem is the twins' dad. He's a pretty shy writer, and while he tries, he's not the best at discipline. His voice, in my head, would sound soft, but still manly, but of course, if you have a different idea for it, go ahead. Pine Mary is the non-speaking older sibling of the twins, so they will not need a voice actor. They really want to see their siblings succeed, and even recommend the School of Friendship to them after already being there for a while. They may or may not have a crush on either one of their best friends. Emerald's dad is a strict dragon who will probably only appear in one episode. His voice should sound rough, but if that strains your voice, then do your own interpretation. Emerald's brother starts out as a nice dragon, but may change as the story goes on. I don't know. He will also probably only appear in one episode. I don't have an idea of the exact voice I want him to have. I should probably mention that he's the younger brother. So maybe you want to start out with a young voice, but his voice might change over time. But it just depends on how you do it, really. Now, on to people that work at the school, people go to school, whatever. Headmare Starlight Glimmer is a principal of School of Friendship, and will act and sound pretty similar to how she does in the show. Vice Head Stallion Sunburst is a vice principal of the School of Friendship, and again, will act and sound similar to what he does in the show. Trixie Lulamoon, or the great and powerful Trixie, is the guidance counselor of the School of Friendship, and repeat what I said for the other two. The Q-Mark Crusaders, that being Applebloom, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo, are all teachers at the School of Friendship and need separate voice actors. They sound similar to how they sounded in Season 9, Episode 22, Growing Up is Hard to Do, when they grow up. Smolder, Silverstream, and Ocellus are also teachers at the School of Friendship. They should sound like an older version of what they sound like in the show, but if you can't do that, stick to how they sound in the show originally. Spicy Sweet is totally not a bat pony, and it's definitely just a Pegasus. She was inspired by these two blind bag ponies. She's chill, curious, and may pick on creatures a bit, but only in good fun. She is friends with Pine Mary, aka the twin sibling, as well as Orchestral Hit. I don't have a voice completely pictured for her, so try your best. Orchestral Hit is totally not a fan kid of Vinyl Scratch, aka DJ Pone 3, and Octavia Melody. He is also pretty chill and curious, but tries to take account for other creatures' emotions, unlike someone. He is friends with Pine Mary, aka the twin sibling, as well as Spicy Sweet. His voice is probably a bit deep, but I still don't completely have a voice in mind, so try your best again. There are also a bunch of non-specific background creatures that are students at the school that will need voice actors. You'll probably be mostly used for background noise, honestly, but hopefully sometimes you'll need to audibly talk. If you're nervous about participating and you don't want a big role, then I recommend this one. Now here's a list of characters that will barely appear in the drama, maybe like one episode. Still put your best effort, and of course this could change and maybe they'll appear in 2 episodes or maybe they'll appear in none. These are like the only ones that I cannot guarantee. But I will still have auditions for it, but I will make it completely clear if I need more voice actors or if I am removing someone from the drama. Yona, Sandbar, and Gallus try to match her voice but make it sound older. Princess Twilight Sparkle, Discord, and Adult Princess Flurry Heart, just try a voice and we'll see what sticks. Shining Armor, Spike, and lastly, Big Mac. But Big Mac is probably the most that's on like the teeter-totter of will he, won't he appear, and if he does appear, it's probably just going to be in a short that's not really connected to any episode. So if you are picked for this role and never appear, I really apologize. I'd rather go ahead and state this. There may be more roles necessary, so when I need them, I will ask the Discord first, but if no one can do it, then I will make a community post. That's all for characters so far. So, the layout of this audio drama, there should be 6 episodes in total. The first and last episode should probably be about double the length of other episodes, but because of the complexity of some of the inner episodes, this layout will probably not be kept. I guesstimate that one episode will be 20 to 40 minutes long, but it could go longer. Along with each episode that is posted, there will also be an original song made that the main characters and Vocaloids will sing, hopefully. I'm going to try my hardest to compose. Please don't look at my previous work for a sign of how good I am now. I promise I'll try really hard at this and work probably months on end on each song. I would also like to make covers of fan-made My Little Pony songs if we were allowed by the original artist. We will probably cover Violet Pony for sure, as she freely allows covers of her music, but for other artists, I will ask before we cover anything. I will do my best to background check them as well. The time to complete each episode of the audio drama will probably be from 3 to 6 months, depending on what happens. Hopefully that's enough time. I've seen audio dramas with like 1 month deadlines and some with like year deadlines, so I hope this is good. Okay, hopefully that's all for that. Now, to join this project, you will absolutely need to be 13 or older, with no exceptions. This is out of the safety for you. It is not safe for you to be on Discord under 13, or even at 13, but 13 is what's required. If you turn 13 before the audition period ends, then you may, of course, audition after you turn. People found to be under 13 will be kicked from the Discord server and banned from my original Discord server. Speaking of Discord, again, you will need to have a Discord to participate in this drama. This is for easy communication, and it has all the forms in there. All forms will be in their designated channels, as well as lines for voice actors, and a questions channel if you have any questions at all. For other rules, no NSFW is allowed in the server at any capacity at all. Using AI or stealing other people's drawings or voices should not be allowed at all. If I wanted this project to be made by AI, I could have just generated that slop myself. Please be respectful to all the people auditioning. You all are trying to do the same thing, so there's no need to fight over it. If you are spoken to in this way or any other way that makes you uncomfortable, please contact me to sort it. People who break your boundaries deserve to be called out. Also, no creeps are allowed on the server. I will be doing background checks on everyone, so do not join if you are a creep. And also, get help. Auditions will be due 3 months from me posting this video, which is September 30th. That should be plenty of time, but please don't slack on getting auditions turned in, because you might forget, and then you might not be able to participate. There will be no chatting options in the Discord in the audition period, as I want to focus on listening to auditions. If you do want to talk about things, especially Project Sekai, you can go to my other Discord. The people in there are lovely, but please do not cause a ruckus. If you are banned from one server, you are also banned from the other. Keep this in mind. Also, this server will not be for fans of the project, just for people auditioning. If you want to chat about the project as a fan, then join my Discord again. Additional info for voice actors. Voice actors auditioning for the main 4 will have a separate form to submit, so they can also submit their singing recordings. No one besides the main 4 and Vocaloids will have to sing in any capacity in the project. Though if you audition to be a main VA, you can choose if you want to share your role with someone else, meaning there will be one person who will speak for the role and one person who will sing. It's very unlikely that I will do this, but if you don't want that to happen, don't select this option. We will probably table read the scripts. Basically, we all get in a Discord call together and read the scripts, like, without having any knowledge of it. Well, I will, but, you know. So I can get your final input on any changes, as well as for everyone to better understand how certain scenes will play out. No one will be able to be more than one character in the main 4, but depending on how many people audition, one VA could have 3 roles that are not from the main 4. Again, I am more likely to pick teens for the main 4, but please do not lie about your age, especially if you're older, because that would be really freaking weird. Okay, that may be it. Artist, you will send your portfolio of art into the form that is designated for you. An example of you drawing a pony-like creature, or other creatures from My Little Pony will improve your chances of being picked. Your art you make for the project, if you are accepted, must be this exact canvas shape. You may have different sizes that are proportional to it, but if you draw on a square or any other aspect ratio, it'll make the video look bad. Traditional art is allowed, but again, it must fit into that canvas. It must be fully colored. I don't know if I'm gonna storyboard all the scenes out or not. I want to, but with all the other stuff I'm doing, that's probably gonna be impossible. I will definitely try to explain how you should draw the scenes in detail though. If you permit me, I would like to have an image of the characters separated from the background so I can slide them around in editing to make things more dynamic, like I show here. This means you would have to have an entire background drawn, or we may use backgrounds that are already pre-existing, like from the show. We just take those, but that kind of depends on who wants to do that, as well as the characters. If you're not comfortable with that it is completely fine. And also, if you want to draw scenes with some other person, then please let them know and please let me know. I will allow it. Hopefully I described everything I needed in this video. I hope you're all excited as I am about this project. I know I probably didn't sound the most excited, but script reading, my voice is tired. I hope to see you in the Discord. There is a chance that this project will be canceled if there were not enough people that audition, so if you want to help, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, reiterating that no one will be paid for this project, not even me. I will turn monetization off the videos, just to prevent Project Sekai, and especially Hasbro, from getting mad at us. If this project is not allowed by either of them, and they tell me, this project will stop production. I will let everyone know about updates about the project in the Discord, so join the Discord. So yeah, thank you. I hope you like my characters as much as I do, and yeah.